going to be going through sun salutation. So a staple in a lot of yoga classes, if you're going to a vinyasa or a flow class, a lot of the times teachers just say we're going to do a flow or we're going to do a sun salutation, and they don't kind of break it down. So if you've never done one before, it can get a little bit confusing. So today we're going to break it down into small chunks so that you know exactly what you're doing. I'll give you a few modifications, and then we will go through a few sun salutations together. Sometimes if you're going through them pretty fast, they can be pretty stimulating. They'll make you stronger. You can feel it in your chest, like the cardio's going. So it's a good staple yoga practice to have, something that you can do to wake up in the morning or to kind of slow down at night. So let's get onto our mat and we'll go through our poses together. All right, so our first pose is going to be Tadasana. I apologize if you can't see my face. Our first pose is Tadasana. So you're standing feet hip-width distance apart, arms down by your side. Take a deep breath in, standing up nice and tall. So you're facing the front of the mat. We're going to take a deep inhale, reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, forward fold. So if you've taken my classes before, you know I always cue. This is a stretch for the hamstrings, so you can bend those knees if they're pretty tight. Before class or at your first forward fold, you can always pedal out the knees. So bending one knee and then the other. And just pay attention to those hamstrings. So your forward fold can look like this or bent knees. The next part in our sun salutation is an inhale, halfway lift. So we're bringing your hands onto your shins. You're trying to find a flat back as if you're going to put like a cup of tea on my back as a table. And then you exhale, forward fold. So I'll put all of that together. You're going to stand nice and tall in Tadasana or mountain pose. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. So here we're going to place the hands on the mat and step back to our plank pose. And then we lower down. So, in this pose, sometimes teachers will say, plant the hands, hop back into chaturanga. What chaturanga is you're lowering all the way down, but just off the mat. So my body is not on the mat. You're in this like push-up position, and then you push up to upward facing dog. This is a very challenging movement. So when they cue you into chaturanga, you either do that, which I just did, or plant your hands, step back into a plank, lower all the way down to your belly. You can drop the knees if you need to. Push-ups are quite hard, so drop the knees if you need to. Then we're in your back bend. So cobra. There's two versions of cobra I have. One, you can bring your hands wide in front of you with elbows wide. Push into the hands, push up, and then exhale, lower down. So it's a back bend. Only go as high as feels comfortable. Don't exert the back too much. Another version of cobra that you might see in class is putting your hands down by your chest and then pushing up from there. Again, this is even more of a back bend, so listen to your body, choose what works best for you. Or they might cue back bend, they might cue cobra or upward dog. In upward facing dog, your hands are by your chest, the tops of your feet are pushed into the mat, you're pushing into your hands, lifting the whole body off the mat. So my thighs are clenched, my glutes are clenched, and then flip the feet, come up to downward facing dog. Here I like to stay for between 3 to 5 breaths just to get your balance while you're in downward dog. Try to push the weight into the knuckles of the hand. This way it takes any of the pressure out of the wrists. If you're still finding wrist problems here or pressure in the wrists, you can come down onto your forearms into dolphin pose. Downward facing dog or dolphin pose are both inversions. They're the same kind of poses. They'll give you the same benefits, and you'll find that stretch behind the legs. So modify as you see fit. Then from downward facing dog, you can either walk your feet up to the front, or you might hear hop or step to the front of the mat. If you hear hop, make sure you're listening to your body. You're gonna bend your knees back, and then as you hop, try to put more pressure into the arms so that you can gently hop to the front. If you're hopping and landing very hard, you can put pressure onto your knees, and that's not what we want. So always listen to your body when you're doing sun salutations or any sort of yoga, and choose what works best for you today. So I'll go over it nice and slow. We're gonna take ourselves into Tadasana. Hey, you still can't see my face, it's okay. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend the knees or keep them straight. Inhale, halfway lift, our hands come to shin. Exhale, forward fold. Place the hands so you either go to chaturanga, which is lowering down and then pushing up, or you can hop back into your plank. You can drop the knees, lower onto your belly, come to cobra, or come to upward dog, and then come up and back, downward facing dog. Take 3 to 5 breaths here, and then we'll either hop or step to the front of the mat. Then your hands come to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So we're finishing like we started. We'll inhale, reach up towards the sky, and then exhale, hands come down towards chest. So just a few more things. When you're standing up nice and tall, reaching up towards the sky, you don't need to lean your back. You don't need to lean back like this. While you're standing up nice and tall, that can put a little bit of pressure on your back, and we don't want to overexert yourself before you start an entire yoga class. So let's start doing some sun salutations together. Let's do 3 in a row, and then if you want to continue, you can work on that on your own. So for the sake of this practice, I'm going to do the chaturanga just so that you can see what it looks like. You are welcome to step back into plank and take the modifications of your choice. So let's stand nice and tall at the top of our mat, feet hip-width distance apart in Tadasana. We'll take a deep breath in, reach up towards the sky, and then deep breath out, forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, go through chaturanga or lower all the way down. On your inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. I think I miscounted. One more time, in through the nose, and big sigh out through the mouth. On your inhale, we'll come onto the toes, and you can hop or step to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. On our inhale, we'll bend the knees, reach up towards the sky, and then exhale immediately. We're going to forward fold into second sun salutation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, go through chaturanga or down to the mat. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful. On your inhale, come to the toes, bend the knees, hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky for our last sun salutation, forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, go through chaturanga or lower all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, come up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take 3 final breaths here. Come onto the toes, bend the knees, hop or step to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. One big inhale, reach up towards the sky, and then exhale, hands come towards chest. So you did it, you've gone through your sun salutations. I've broken it down, so just keep in mind that in your class day to day, your body will change. If you sit for a long time versus stand versus walking versus maybe you did a big workout and you're super sore in your legs or in your arms, just listen to your body. Now you know a few modifications that you can change up in your class, and you can also practice it at home on your own. This is a very easy yoga flow to just put into your day, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys, have a good day. Mwah.